Last time on Wrangler Resurrection. This was my dad's Jeep. It was a project that him, my brothers, and I all worked on with him. After he passed away, though, it mostly just sat. Recently, though, a family member was driving it when they lost control and wrecked it. And here it is now. I'm really hoping that nut is welded on the back side. Shit! Now it's time to take care of that track bar and get that bolt out so we can keep moving on with this project. The issue we're having is this bolt right here. It currently has a nut on the backside, which you can only get to through an access point that's about that big. Normally, it's got a tab on it that keeps the nut from spinning. For some reason, even though this is still the stock track bar, that tab is missing. That's what's causing us a lot of headache. So, got a few different tools that we're going to try, and hopefully we can get that out without resorting to more violent methods. The first thing we're going to try is a crow's foot wrench. Now, I can't fit it and a ratchet into there, so the plan right now is that we'll find one that fits, shove it in there, and basically hope for the best. Also, if I can, guess the right size. Could I be that lucky? I wish I could, take credit for that, but that was just a flat-out lucky guess. Oh, please work. That didn't work. Now moved on to a cheater bar, and hopefully fat person power gets this done. Or the bolt breaks. Don't really care. Actually, I don't want the bolt to break because it might get stuck. We got movement. Whether it's getting unbolted or breaking, that's a good question. So for future reference, you can jam a crow's foot in there and it will get the nut off. That was a pain in the ass. Unfortunately, they're both still in there. Could have gone better. This might not be a factory track bar. Alright, so the new plan is we're going to pull that axle out, hopefully by getting rid of all the control arms and everything else, and it'll on the ground. We can move it around, manipulate it enough that we can actually make progress and get that bolt out. So the next step is going to be we're going to put some weight on the axle, undo the sway bar links, and hopefully with that out of the way, it can pivot down enough that we can pull the springs out. Oh, that went all right. I told you I hate coil springs. These things scare the shit out of me. So what we're trying to do now is take the shocks off. So I have pressure underneath the jack. We're going to try and take the nut off the shock, and hopefully we can drop this axle down, and that'll help us get to all the control arms because they are mangled and right now kind of hard to get to. Oh, this shock is straight up mangled. Alright, got that done. So, since we're still getting screwed to this track bar, we're going to take this end off. I got the axle supported by the jack. Hopefully that's enough. I'm going to put a jack stand on that side just to make sure that nothing crazy happens. We're going to pull this off, and hopefully that will let us drop this down so we can get to the control arms. This ratchet is garbage. Oh, nothing on this is ever easy. That wasn't too bad though. The next step in getting this done, take that shock off, decide that's what we're going to do next, and again, hopefully the axle drops out. Alright, so we got the nut out, both shocks are off, track bar's off. I've been trying to lower this axle for like the umpteenth time. Now that we got all that unbolted, we're going to take the jack stand out, we're going to lower them both down, put a jack stand on either side, and hopefully this axle actually drops out like it's supposed to. Here goes. Well, darn. Unfortunately, that didn't drop out like it was supposed to. Looks like it's still binding on the control arms, so we're going to have to take those off at some point. I think they're just too bent to move all the way through its travel. Well, I've been dreading it, but it's finally time to tackle the control arms, get this axle out of there so we can start putting on some new stuff. Safety. Winning! One down. There's one control arm down. Way faster when you don't have to be quiet. Oh, that was apparently not as bent. Let's keep a running parts tally of the stuff that is very clearly bad and also off the Jeep. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm still learning how to make these videos better, and I'm welcome to any suggestions on how to improve them. Please just let me know. As of now, part 3 is already filmed, so look for it in the near future. Until then, thanks, and I'll see you next time.